Hello, everyone, and welcome into this week's edition of
YITTY!
YITTY. It's yes. I'm talking to you. I was trying to get Nina's attention, so I had the mic off, and she ignored me. But that's okay.
No, I didn't hear you for a second. I was like, uh-oh.
I know. That's what I
Don't
was trying to
don't
get
do
your
it.
attention when we were off camera, and then
I
you
can't
ignored
see
me.
you.
You should
What do
be
you
able to see
mean?
me. You
I
should be
can't
able to
see
see
you.
me.
When we're
Oh,
off camera, I only see the waiting page.
well, now you can see me, and now we're here to do our next episode of Yitty, as we're still working out our new digs here.
We're figuring
Um,
it out.
yeah, we're making it up as we go. My voice is back to about 80% as opposed to the 30% it was for the first episode that we did.
Yeah, that
So
was a
that's a plus.
struggle. Thank you for pushing through on that. I was like, man, we could have skipped, but you did
Yeah,
it, so I'm
yeah.
glad.
I probably should have, but here we are. So you can go back and listen to that and laugh at my voice if you missed the first episode. But every
Yeah.
week we'll get together and we'll do Yes, I'm Talking to You, where we give some people that need a talking to the business. And so we'll start with boop, you, me, and we, where I complain about something and she complains about something, and then we complain about something together because,
Yeah.
I don't know, we're just hard to please, I guess. So,
Yeah.
what would you like to complain about?
Okay, I'm going first. Okay, I'm going to complain to all AMC theaters across the nation because they are ruining the movie experience for a lot of wicked fanatics because apparently AMC movie theaters have a dress code. And beyond that dress code, they have a no face coverings rule, which kind of makes sense. I understand that. But it includes face paint, and there are a bunch of wicked fanatics that are going to see the movie and they're kind of dressed up in cosplay. And for Alfelba, she is green. So they paint their face and like hands green to have green skin like the character. And AMC movie theaters are not allowing people in with face paint to go see the movie Wicked. They make you go to the bathroom. They make you wash your face with their crusty, dusty soap that they have in there, and then you're allowed to go into the theaters, which I think it's kind of some BS that face paint counts for that. So AMC theaters, that's what I'm complaining about right now.
Mm,
How do you feel about that?
I mean, you know why they do it, especially here in
Okay,
Colorado.
I get it. I get that. I get that. And but let's talk about that for a second because they have this dress code. And I can understand a little bit, I guess, the dress code. I can understand face coverings. I can understand hoods. I can understand face masks. But painting your face, I don't understand that part of it. I don't understand why face paint is a part of that. A mask, yeah, 100%. No way. Take that thing off. But why face paint? Especially for this type of movie. I mean, you know what it is. So it's just weird to me.
I don't know. I mean, it's just
You
all a safety
disagree.
thing. It's all a safety thing, and like I think a lot of the safety things we have to do are ridiculous.
Mhm.
There has been billions of people that have had to take their shoes off on airplanes because like
Yeah, it's
some
dumb.
guy tried to put a bomb in a shoe one time, and here we are. You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
yeah.
but we have to lower things to the lowest common denominator for
But even
the people
face
who are
paint
trying to
though,
take advantage of it. So I don't
I
know. I mean,
mean,
listen, I get if you're upset about it, but because you want to go have your day, but like you went to Barbie and had your day, right?
that's different. The
But that's
Barbie audience can be different from the Wicked audience, and like the
no, I
Wicked
know.
fandom, it is real, it is major, it is, and it's
No, I
having its
know.
moment right now, except
But
part of that moment is being taken away because they can't show up to the movie theater dressed as their favorite character. That's part of the fun. And on that matter, AMC theaters, a lot of theaters outside of AMC theaters too, they're saying that like don't sing along to this movie where everyone knows the songs because it's been out as a musical for 20 years. You cannot sing along, you'll be asked to leave, blah blah blah. Part of me understands that, sure, but also this is a musical. Like, And
Hmm.
especially opening
Would you sing
weekend. If you're
along to
going
the?
opening weekend,
Would you sing along to the
what?
musical on Broadway?
Did I?
Would you?
What? What?
Would you? Would you sing along with the musical on
When
Broadway?
you're paying $200 for a Broadway show versus $15 at your local AMC,
I'm not paying
suck my
$15 to
dick.
listen to
I don't
you
know.
sing. Oh my God, you've offered that for free before, and that is not
Okay, but
something that I want.
if you're going opening no, no, no. If you're going opening weekend, like I can understand, okay, if it's any other weekend, but opening weekend, this is a big deal. This is a Broadway show. Everyone knows the songs. It's nothing new. It's not like they don't know the songs. It's ingrained in people's heads, and especially opening weekend, the fanatics are going to come out. They're there to sing along. That's what they want to do. And so if it's opening weekend, I think there should have been an exception. I mean, opening weekend has gone and passed now, so it's whatever. But opening weekend, I think there should have been an exception. Go ahead, sing along. This is opening weekend. Because if you're going to see opening weekend on for Wicked opening weekend, and you are all like, "Oh my god, people are singing," that's your damn fault. That's your fault for going opening weekend. Quite frankly, how do you feel about that?
Okay. I feel like I don't want to start a fight with you right now.
You're smart. You're smart.
Listen,
But anyway,
I went to
AMC, I don't know. Those two things, the face paint and then the no singing along for opening weekend. For every other weekend, I totally get it. Opening weekend, there shouldn't have been an exception for sure. So those are my
I went
complaints.
to like when Star Wars came out again.
Yeah.
I went to those. And there were definitely people who were like overzealous and you kind of ruin the movie. Like part of a movie is getting sucked into the world.
Well, yeah. And if there's such
And
this
so
huge fandom and they're dressing up, they're getting sucked into it. They're excited.
when Nino right next to you is wah, 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 singing the song. Like it's, uh, it could ruin the experience for some people. No?
Well, yes, but maybe that's why you shouldn't go opening weekend. Go the next weekend.
Mm, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. There you
All right.
go.
Uh,
Boom.
anything else you want to say about that before I just let
No,
you have
that's
your
it.
day? Okay. You, me, and
No,
we.
it's all my look. Go
Now
ahead.
I get to complain about something. So I went on
Yeah.
vacation this last weekend.
Yes, you
Went to LA.
did.
Did a little football trip. Uh, so I have like I know it's a big travel weekend too. Thanksgiving coming up. I
Yep.
have to complain about people on the airplanes. And there's lots of things that
Here
people do
we
on
go.
airplanes that I don't like. Okay? There's a guy sitting behind me coughing his lungs out, not
Oh.
covering his mouth.
Bleh.
Right. And I like even went as far as to like
To be obvious about it. Yeah.
I just like, hey, knock it off kind of thing, right? There was a
Yeah.
guy that was sitting in my row who had the dual windows next to him, right? One was like almost
Yes.
behind the in front of the other seat, and one was right next to him. And it's nighttime, and he puts up his shade and is like watching the plane land out the window as we like come over the mountains into Denver, and leaves the other shade down. It was like, hey, jerk, it'd be real nice if you open that other shade so I can see out the window too. But I hope you're
Yeah.
enjoying your view of the plane landing, right? But
Right.
the
Because
real,
his whole head is all up in that window and then you can't see around it.
and he's got
Yeah.
there's a whole nother window there. You just have to open the shade. But here's the real thing that pissed me off, and this is what I feel like I need to have a talk with you, the public, about.
What is it?
The seat in front of you is not a handle. Okay?
Oh.
I am fat and I am old. Okay? I make a noise when I sit down. I understand it's not necessarily easy to get in and out of that tiny little aisleway. I get it. But the seat in front of you is not a lever to lift yourself up out of your seat. And I got
Yeah.
dunked on like 5 times during this flight.
Really?
This guy behind me, who was also the coughing guy, kept grabbing
No.
my seat and using it to lift himself up. So I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden,
Oh my.
it's not a lever. Okay?
You're getting like yanked back.
God forbid I
That's
was
incredible.
sleeping. God forbid I was sleeping. He would have catapulted me into the front of the airplane. I,
Oh my
I
god.
mean, I feel like that's pretty standard fare. Like, don't take your
Mhm.
shoes off on an airplane. Don't grab somebody's chair. It's not a lever. And then the last thing that pissed me off.
Oh
And
gosh, there's
luckily,
more?
luckily it didn't happen to me because I swear to God I would have yelled at him.
What happened?
3 people in a row, couple rows ahead of me. The guy on the inside or on the window side goes, I got to go to the bathroom. So the guy on the aisle stands up and gets out of his seat. The guy in the middle doesn't move
No, he didn't get up.
and made the guy crawl over him to get to the
Shut
aisleway to go to the
up.
bathroom. Now, is it possible that this is like a couple and these 2 gentlemen live together and are super close to each other and it was not a problem? Maybe. But Nina, like,
But
would you
probably
even
not.
crawl over the boy to get
No,
to the aisle for
that's
like
weird.
get up.
Yeah,
That's weird,
move out
right?
the way. Yeah, 1,000%. Listen, that guy
And I
had to
was,
go to the bathroom anyway. That's just when you like let a big old fart out in his face.
oh my
Right?
God, like, who are
Right?
you? What are these people doing? Oh, if I had one in the chamber, you bet I'd let it go. And I'd go ass
Oh my
first to him too. Give him
god.
pink
Yes,
eye or something like
exactly.
that.
Yes, nasty.
I just couldn't believe it, man. Like, what are these people doing? There's no etiquette left anymore. I mean, I don't know. And these people
Yeah.
are like, it's not, don't get me wrong. I know I'm an old ass person. I'm not saying like young people, blah, blah. These people are not young. These were old. There's an old ass man behind me coughing and using my chair as a lever. And there were people my age who were crawling over each other. And it was just like, what are we doing here, folks? Can we just have some common decency as we all try to survive this plane flight? That's like 2 hours long. It's not even that long. Like, can you
Right.
just not be animals for 2 minutes? You know what I mean?
People just don't care anymore, man. I mean, all etiquette, everything is just thrown out the window. People just don't care anymore. They're just trying to get to where they need to get to. They don't care about you. They don't care about no one. They're just trying to get there for themselves.
It was madness. I was so angry. I was like, get me
Yeah,
off this
that's a
damn
lot.
plane before I break something. All right. You, me, and we. So I got to complain about that there for we. So there's been something interesting happening, Nina.
What?
And it's something that you'd think would have started happening long, long ago, before there were ring cameras and alarms that go directly to the police and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Skilled burglars are right now targeting pro athletes' homes.
Yeah.
Why?
It's a big thing going on right now.
Because they know when they're not there.
Well, it's their job. It's a very public schedule on when these athletes are going to be out of town for games. Yeah.
Not only when like they're at the game, but like also just like flying and stuff, like, you know what I mean? You know exactly how much time you have. So
Yeah.
Bobby Portis and Mike Conley Jr. are 2 NBA stars that had their homes burglarized. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce have apparently also been victims of home burglaries. Here's the thing that's
Yeah.
scary about it, though. Like, Patrick Mahomes has 2 kids. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
his wife
That was
could be
my
home
thought.
when that happened. You know what I mean?
And
So
she's very pregnant. I mean, that was my thought too. Yeah, is the kids. These are our family homes still. Yes, they're bajillionaires and whatever. There's a lot of money, a lot of assets and stuff, but like, yeah, there's still family homes. A lot of these NFL players have kids, and that's spooky stuff.
I mean, here's the thing, and he makes a ton of money. So I'm sure he's going to be able to find a solution to the problem, right? Like,
Yeah.
hire a security guard at worst, at best, the best alarm system money can buy, something like that.
Yeah.
But it just makes you think, it goes back to what we were talking about before, the lowest common denominator.
Ugh,
Like,
I
why?
hate
It's
it.
so
I hate it.
annoying that
Yeah.
we have to accommodate the stupid or annoying or terrible people in our society, and then we
That
all have to deal with terrible stuff because of it.
right. And our
Nina,
lives have to be affected and altered because of these assholes out here doing whatever they want.
yeah, Nina can't wear her face paint to an Oz movie. Patrick Mahomes'
Yeah.
house gets burglarized, and those are the same things.
Yeah.
It's the same kind
Yeah.
of terror that we're going through.
Bullshit. Okay. It's not fair. Patrick Mahomes, call me if you need to talk it out. I'm with you. I'm on your level. I get it.
Um, like Taylor Swift's security has to be having a baby over this, right?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because then you
She
never know.
must
It could be some crazy person hiding in Travis Kelsey's closet and then comes out to get Taylor.
she must bring like a whole secret security. It's like Secret Service type security
She
thing
does.
along with her. Like, oh, I'm gonna go
Did
sleep
you
at my
see?
boyfriend's. Cool, we're gonna go clear the building.
No,
You know what I mean?
literally. Did you see they like stopped traffic on the interstate in Canada when she was rolling through? And it was literally like, is she the fucking president? Like it was crazy. It
Yeah,
was only for a
but
couple minutes, but people still complained and they still
here's the
shut
thing.
down the entire interstate because it was Taylor Swift.
Well, and I'll give her credit because she, like, I've seen her when we were doing a show. Like, she tried to just go to her friend's thing in like New Jersey. You remember that? I think it was
Yeah.
maybe her friend's wedding or something like
It's
that.
a wedding. Yeah.
Yeah, and she just tried to go to like a dinner the night before the wedding, and she didn't make a big deal about it. She didn't put out where she, you know what I mean? But all of a sudden, people started seeing she was there, and in this little like Jersey beach community, thousands of people showed up outside this restaurant, and there was no plan. There's no security. There's no nothing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, and so, like, to give her a little bit of credit, it's not like she's like, ooh, block traffic for me. You know what I mean? But, like, if you
So
don't,
hard to be famous.
well, it's not hard to be famous if you're like Jack Black famous, because he went to a bar down the street from me in Denver and just kind of showed up there. And my friend was
Yeah.
bartending, and she texted me. She's like, Jack Black is here if you want to come have a shot with him.
Oh
He's
my
just hanging
God.
out.
Why didn't you text me?
I okay. One, this was before I knew you.
Oh,
Two, I wasn't actually there, so I couldn't go hang out with him. But
okay. Next time if Jack Black is in town though, like you have to let me know.
so
He's a
like if you're
household favorite.
well, so if you're Jack Black level of famous, which is still pretty fucking famous, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you're Jack Black level famous, you can just go to a bar in Denver. It's fine. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna
Right.
ruin the traffic pattern of the city. But she's just on such another level that like
Yeah.
you
It's
know what I
pretty
mean? She's
wild.
got to do some of that stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, there is this huge like grand heist thing. Police warned all of the NFL, all players on all teams in the NFL. They put out a smaller warning to NBA players. It wasn't as big as like the NFL warning for whatever reason, but the NBA players, they've been targeted as well, and it's been a whole thing. It's been a whole thing. So
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
yeah.
All right. So because we bitch and moan a lot during the show, we like to bring some good news along with us. And my good news was this little video that I saw that I absolutely loved. It's of Coffee Milano Cafe in Middleborough, in Massachusetts. And I see these all the time, and I love them. You get people like walking down the sidewalk and they do this. But this coffee shop decided to offer free coffee if you gave them your best dance moves when they walked in the door. And I personally, like I said, like it's just a little bit of extra joy that you get to add to your day. Uh, if you're watching the YouTube or the Twitch streams, you can see some of the moves going down. Apparently, they're thinking now about doing something else for Black Friday in a couple days that's
That's
similar
fun.
to this, like Dance with Your Dog or something. Um, but the workers apparently liked it, and why? I mean, why wouldn't you do something to brighten your day a little bit?
I like
Um,
that. I like
as we're
that a lot.
talking that there's a lack of common sense and common decency, something like this for me personally, I really like the good vibes that it brings along with it. Oh, look at the old couple.
A lot. Yeah, a lot of good vibes. We need more of that. That's what we need is just like bring on the smiles, bring on like a moment of joy, like something that's just silly and stupid, and you get a free small black coffee probably, but like still, that's a lot of fun. And like you said, it was the customers enjoyed it as well as the workers, you know?
Yeah.
It makes
And
it's well rounded. It's good.
like, they're there. I mean, we used to work a job where you had to get there at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And on those days, there are some days where you just have to take the little victories. And
Mhm.
I'm sure that coffee shop is like that some days where you just have to take the little victories. So
Yeah.
I just thought it was a cool moment. And I will encourage everybody. Part of the reason that I wanted to bring this up is because I wanted to encourage everybody on Black Friday.
Mhm.
If you're out somewhere and doorbuster dealing or whatever, just be nice to people,
Yeah.
particularly the people that work there. You know
They're
what I mean?
working. They don't even wanna be there.
They don't. They don't want to be there, and they don't want
Yeah.
to listen to you complain, and they don't want to break up a fight with you and somebody else over a TV. So just be decent human beings
Yeah.
if you're doing that on Friday. And same thing if you go to like a grocery store, tomorrow
Yeah.
during or I guess today by the time this comes out on Spotify, if you
Yeah.
go to like the grocery store during the day and it happens to be open on Thanksgiving, like be nice to those
Be
people. You
extra
know what I mean?
nice.
You know what I
Be
mean?
extra nice. Yeah, for sure. I guess, while we're talking about shopping, just because it's important to me, make sure you remember after you do your big Black Friday sales, whatever, it's Small Business Saturday this weekend. Support your
Oh,
small businesses. So that's all I wanted to say.
way to fall to American Express marketing.
What? Whatever. Talking about Black Friday deals. Shut up. I feel like Black Friday in person doesn't even exist anymore.
It doesn't really.
It
The
doesn't. Like, where
the
do they
deals
even
are
do
no
that?
good. Like everybody puts all their deals online for a full week before.
For
But I do
like a
know
whole month.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but I do know families who like it's a thing they do.
Yeah.
So it's like part of the tradition is to go get a couple things at the store and then go to breakfast afterwards.
Cute. I like that. Go
So
get some
is it
coffee.
cute? Is it
Yeah.
cute? Is it?
I mean, if I had a nice, cute little wholesome family, probably, right? No? Yeah? What? Why are you being weird?
You starting a cute little wholesome family that we need to know about.
No. Like, if I was that kind of a person, I feel like I would do
Oh,
all sorts of shit like that.
I didn't know if we were breaking some news there. I don't.
Absolutely not. Don't do that, because people will latch on to any little thing. As I'm literally sitting here drinking red wine.
They say one glass of red wine's pretty good for it. Anyway,
Shut the fuck up. Murder.
hey man, you said it, not me.
Oh my god. I didn't.
Anyways,
It's okay. You,
you
me,
did good.
we, good news. Oh, we got to talk about our new thing now. We are trying to add in an Am I the Asshole type of segment. I went last week. We don't have to necessarily switch off every time, but was curious, Robert, what's going on as to
Did you
why
just
you might be asking why you're the asshole.
did you just government name me?
I sure did.
Wow, what did I do to deserve that?
Well, we're about to find out because you're going to tell us
That
a
is true.
story.
Yeah. All right. So am I the asshole? Listen, I don't think I'm the asshole here, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. It's in LA. We go to SoFi for a game.
Uh huh.
That's what we do. It's a football trip. We go see two games, one college game, one pro game, right? So
Yes.
I'm in SoFi, which is the Rams stadium. Eagles Rams Sunday night football. We go because my buddy's a Rams fan or a Eagles fan. So
Uh-huh.
we are in enemy territory, right? It's
Oh,
Rams
yeah.
stadium. But, there's a ton of Eagles fans there. They kind of take over,
Okay.
as what happens a lot in LA. The people sitting to my left are Rams fans. And so my friend is to my right, and then there's two people sitting to my left.
Okay.
And my friend is talking to the boyfriend, who is the faraway seat.
Okay.
And it's just some good natured ribbing. Everybody's being pretty friendly. Nobody's getting really out of hand. Right?
Okay.
So we're joking around a little bit, talking. And he makes a comment about his fantasy team. And I make the joke, nobody cares about your fantasy team. I make that joke all the time. Right?
Did your friend make the comment about the fantasy team, or did the stranger made the comment
Stranger.
about
The
his, and then
stranger, the
you said
boyfriend.
no one cares about this stranger's fantasy team?
Anybody's. If
Okay.
it's not your fantasy team, you don't care about
Okay.
the person's fantasy team. It's just kind of like a general rule of thumb amongst dudes.
Okay.
Nobody cares about your fantasy team, right? So
I mean, it's true. You're not
if
wrong.
you're gonna tell us a story about it, keep it to 5 seconds or less, and it better be in and out. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
So his girlfriend, who was sitting next to me and had been the whole time,
Yeah.
and her and I had joked a couple times because it was the two of them that were talking, right?
Yes.
And so they're like talking over us. And so every once in a while we'd like turn and say something that was like a little whatever joke or whatever, all harmless. So he goes, people care about my fantasy team. She cares about my fantasy team, right?
Oh my God.
And I take this as like part of the ribbing, the fun ribbing that we've been doing this whole time.
You think and you're still having fun.
Oh, Nina. So I lean over, right? She's sitting right next to me. I lean over and I just give her like this, just a little like, come
nudge.
on, you don't care about his fantasy team. And he stands up and goes, don't touch my fucking girl.
Oh like, my God. What? Damn.
He's like, don't be disrespectful, don't touch my girl, blah, 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 blah. And she like pulls to the other side of the seat. Now, I don't know if she's reacting to the way he's reacting.
Yeah.
Or she's reacting to the fact that I gave her a little nudge. I did touch her, but also our arms have touched about 1,500 times during this game because I'm a fat piece of shit and there's no way that I'm sitting in a stadium seat and not touching arms or elbows or shoulders with whoever's sitting next to me.
So what was your reaction to this guy standing up saying don't
confusion.
touch her?
Confusion was my reaction. And so I'm like, listen, man, I meant no disrespect. He was like, yeah, well, you fucking touched her, so that was pretty disrespectful. And I was like, I didn't mean any disrespect. He's like, you know, I know there's a lot of Philly fans here, but I got a lot of boys too, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, now I'm starting to get angry. I was like, listen, man, I didn't mean any disrespect. You can sit down. She can sit down. We won't talk to you the rest of the night. Don't worry about it. My buddy, who has been good-natured ribbing him, he's like, hey, everything cool? What's the problem? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And he stands up and he makes her get out of the seat and move a seat down from me to where he was sitting, and then sits down in the seat next to me.
Yeah.
And like,
that was a power move.
Was it?
That's what he thought. He thought it was.
Oh my God, this little 5'8" guy. And like, my friend is an ex-offensive lineman from college, and I'm not a small guy either. Yeah. And like, all that's going through my head is like, I don't know who those dudes you were talking about are, but you better call them because I'm about to dribble your head off the pavement.
Oh my God. So you basically got into like a big old, almost got into a fight.
No.
Almost. You almost
I was very good. I was very good. I did not escalate. I only de-escalated the situation. But I was just like, dude, you're such an idiot. Like, really? That pissed you off? And like, I don't know, if she felt unsafe or uncomfortable, I guess it's good that he stood up for her.
Yeah.
But this...
It's a little weird. The whole situation's a little weird. It's a little off to me. So it's like, was he all pissy because you were like, no one actually cares about your fantasy team? Was he just pissy because you touched his girlfriend? Like, I don't know where.
But I feel like touched is such like a
nudged
wrong description of it. Because
elbow to the face, bloody nose.
And like, I talk about this with people all the time. There are safe spots that you can touch somebody, right?
Yeah.
Elbow is one of them. You know what I mean? Like, outside of the arm is acceptable, I feel like.
Yeah.
In almost any situation that you can touch somebody on the outside of the elbow and it's not rude. If somebody dropped their phone and I was saying, excuse me, I would touch them right there on the outside of their elbow and be like, you dropped your phone.
Yeah.
And so like, not to mention, I'm sitting in a stadium seat right next to her. Like, she has
Right.
been touching my arm this whole time.
Very tight quarters. It
I
was
don't know.
all in good fun. I think maybe he was just being pissy about the whole thing from the get, and then that was just like his excuse to escalate things and to like get you guys to stop talking to them. I don't know. I don't know. They didn't like
Well,
it.
so
Couldn't
that's what's
handle it.
interesting about it. Then he sits down next to me. A minute or two goes by,
Okay.
and bipolar buddy here starts like trying to talk to me and like make jokes again and blah 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 blah.
No, he didn't. No
And I was just like, yeah, okay. He was like, hey man, I wasn't trying to be a dick. Like, it was just a little disrespectful. I was like, okay, it's fine. Just don't talk to me anymore. I don't want to talk to you
Really?
anymore. Yeah. And he like kept trying, and then he would try to talk to my friend, and my friend was like, yeah, okay, great. It was good talking to you. Like, you clearly weren't that upset, but you wanted to make a big deal. Do you want to touch my arm? Is that why you did this? So you could sit next to me and you be the one that's touching my arm?
That's
So
crazy. I did not. That was a turn of events. I didn't expect that.
I I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
Like, what do you say?
So then
Hello,
he
Lori.
tries. Hi,
We've got
Lori.
we've got a commenter saying Happy Thanksgiving Eve to us. So I'm just saying hi
Happy
to Lori.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to
If
everyone.
if you are listening to this on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or something like that, we do record it live every Wednesday night around 9 o'clock Mountain Time. So you can find it on our YouTubes or our Twitches. And I think we're going to try to keep that schedule. I've liked it so far. So
Yeah.
if you want to watch live and comment on if I'm in the asshole or not, you can get right in and post a comment and we can read it right during the show. So, hi, Lori. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. But I need an answer from at least you, Nina, if not
Okay.
Lori as well.
Hmm.
Am I the
It's
asshole?
I'm not gonna lie, this is a little complex. It's hard for me to come out with a direct answer right off the bat. I do have an answer though. I think ultimately, I think the guy is the asshole. And I think he knows that. And that's why he tried to buddy up to you afterwards because he realized he overreacted and he was kind of he was the asshole. 1,000%.
I need to know if that girl actually felt any kind of way. I have to
There's
know.
no way. I think she
Like,
was
I went,
reacting to her boyfriend. She was reacting to him.
well, and that's what I thought. And I went home but like, I thought about it, right? Because, like, if that guy was offended by me, I don't care. I really don't. Like, yeah, if that guy was offended by what I did, I will, like I said, dribble his head off the pavement. Like, I'm not afraid of that dude. And if he's going to be that controlling and a dick about it, not worried about it at all.
That's crazy though.
But
That's a
if
lot
she
of
was sitting
escalation.
next to me, if
Mhm.
she was sitting next to me and she felt unsafe or something like that because of that, then I would feel bad.
For sure. For
You know
sure.
what I mean? Like, because that's not what I was trying to accomplish, and it would be hard to reverse that after. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Once
Yeah.
she feels unsafe, there's really no way to undo that. But like, it bugged me all that night. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't care about the guy. I need to know if she thinks I'm a big douchebag or not, because I really didn't mean to
Yeah.
ruin her night or make her uncomfortable or anything like that.
Yeah, most
But
definitely.
I'm
It
just a big
seems
guy and take up a lot of space, and it can feel overbearing sometimes to somebody who's not my size. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
So
For sure. I mean, it seems like, I mean, I wasn't there. I didn't see obviously any of how this happened. I'm just taking your word for it for now, but it seems like she was reacting to him just based on the series of events that you said. Like you kind of nudged her arm and blah blah blah, and he was already kind of, it feels like he was escalating internally maybe because you were talking about how no one cares about his fantasy team, which is
if
like
he got that mad
that's a
over his
that's
fantasy
like
team,
big L. That's red flags right there. Like, bro, for real though, no one cares. No
well,
one
and
cares.
that's the other thing I walked away from that thinking is like, is she that afraid of him in that
Yeah,
relationship that
that's
if
what that tells me.
that's not good
It's
either.
it sounds like she was reacting to his reaction. He said, "Hey, don't touch my girl like that. That's disrespectful." So she had to be like, "Oh yeah, you're right," and clam up. You
Does-
know?
Did she have to, or can we
There's
empower
just
our women
unfortunately
to?
a lot of relationships that end up that way.
I
We
know.
got a couple of comments. Let's go through them. Melissa
Okay.
says, "Absolutely not. I would have dropped that guy." So that sounds
Melissa,
like
my
the dude
girl.
was the asshole. All right, Melissa. My
Uh,
mother Says
Hold
happy
on. Let's.
Thanksgiving.
Oh well, we'll get to Norma in 1 second. Let's address them
Okay.
one at a time. So
Okay.
Melissa, I absolutely want as I sat there and thought about it more, I got angrier and angrier, and all I wanted to say to him is like, "You better call whoever is in the stadium," because in the back of my head, I
Call
was
the
like,
police.
"Listen, you came through security. I know you don't got a gun. I know you don't got a knife. I know if I get in a fight with you, it's just me versus you, and you're like 5'7". So I'm pretty sure I got this."
This is why we can't have face paint, Rob. God damn it. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
All right.
it was not friendly thoughts that I had. And then, hi, Norma.
Hi, mother. She
Says
says
happy
happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. And then she said, I think the guy was trying to show off in front of his girl. So the guy was the asshole because he was just trying to show off and be all macho in front of his girl at a football game.
So
Yeah.
what your mom's saying is this is really the woman's fault.
Wow. For not
Because
standing up for your dude.
why are, no, why are you women impressed by guys that act like that?
They're not. It sounds to
Right?
me like she was scared. That's not being impressed.
Just like stop giving guys like that the time of day, and then we won't have that behavior anymore.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
just kidding.
so.
It was obviously not her fault.
That's crazy though.
But yeah,
That's
I think
wild. Why are you always
I.
getting into fights and stuff?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just one time a guy pulled a gun on you and it was a whole thing.
Okay, definitely more than one time, but anyway.
More than once? Oh my
You've never had a
gosh.
gun pulled on you?
No! Is that a real question?
Yes.
No. No. Have most met? Is that a thing? Is this this is a guy thing? What?
I don't know if it's a guy thing.
What?
I don't know what makes you think it's a guy thing.
I don't know because I've never had a gun pulled out on me before. That's crazy.
I don't believe you.
That okay. Why? And why multiple times have you had a gun pulled out on you?
Because I've been like downtown in situations when people are drinking and needed to de-escalate situations.
No. I don't know. This sounds like a dude thing to me. I just don't know. I don't know too many girls that actually walk around with a piece. I just don't.
Well,
They're hard to fit in our little purses when we're going out for the night. Like what?
That's why you girls are more okay with starting fights, and dudes, dudes are like,
Yeah.
don't start it, don't. Oh god.
My boyfriend's here. He'll fight you.
Yeah, and then you just grab him by the hair and ragdoll him around a little bit.
Get him, babe.
It's like, cool. Her boyfriend's got a gun. Can you stop, please?
No, he's gonna fight you.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh my
I also like I worked as a door guy for a long time.
Well, that makes sense, I guess.
So yeah.
No, sorry, I've never
on the
been a
streets
door
of
guy.
Lodo outside like 20th and Blake. Yeah, there's people carry pieces around there.
Yeah, that happens. That happens quite often, yes. But no, I cannot recall a time where I've had a gun pulled out on me. Like, for
I
real.
also so I'm a big guy, but I'm not a big guy, right? Like I'm not overly muscly. I'm not huge. Like I said, my friend's an offensive lineman. He's like 6'3" and 250, but like yoked. You know what I mean? Like pretty jacked.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy who you don't test. I think I'm just big enough to be like
push the limits a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm small enough to be like I'm not afraid of you kind of thing.
We'll get into it.
Right. Like I'll take my chances kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is dumb, and they shouldn't do that because I haven't ever lost a fight and don't plan on it. But but yeah, I think I'm in that like weird middle phase of like I'm just average enough that most guys would fight me.
Yeah. I can see that. I could definitely see that. I like that.
You like that?
I don't know. It just came out. So anyway. Oh, I don't like when you spell whack ass with an H.
Did
we talk about this before? I feel like we've talked about this before.
Well, tell me what you want.
Okay, another second poll. Okay, first poll that's on our Spotify is Rob the asshole. Second poll. How do you spell whack ass as in whack ass of the week? WHACK or WACK? Yeah, that looks weird too.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
also Google says that it's giving me the warning that it's spelled incorrectly.
I don't like WHACK.
That's how you spell whack.
I don't like it. Okay, how should we spell whack ass? I
No,
guess.
what we have talked about before is I sent you a thing that said, "Is this hyphenated or not?"
Yeah.
Is whack ass of the week one word or two?
Oh my gosh.
We do the whack ass of the week. It's when somebody in specific needs a talking to. Um, you know, if they're just kind of being a Richard,
A whack ass. And
a
so
whack ass.
we thought there was a story that came up about a Subway deal. There was a special that they had released. What was
You
the
want me
deal?
to do it? You
Yeah.
sound like you're
I'm like,
struggling a
yeah, I
little
don't
bit.
fucking know.
Do you,
All right,
do you want
okay,
me
go
to
ahead.
do it?
Yeah, you should do it. Yeah. 'Cause I don't really know the story, So I was trying. I saw you clearing your throat, so I was just gonna
Yeah.
try to keep going.
No,
And so,
I appreciate
yeah.
it. You know,
So you okay? So Rob's gonna tell you the story.
normally when we do this, we alternate on the things, and I feel like I've just been telling all the stories today. Okay, whack ass of the week is Subway, who was having a problem with sales, so they got all their big chain franchises, people, owners, whatever, together,
Marketing.
and yeah, marketing. And they're like, "What can we do?" And they're like, "Hey, you know what worked really well? $5 footlongs. Why don't we do that again?" But we can't because it's 2024. So let's do $6.99 sandwiches. And it was a
Inflation.
6-inch sandwich, a
Mhm.
bag of chips, and I think a drink for $6.99.
Oh, that's a good deal. That is a really good deal.
It is.
Yeah.
But the only way that you can get it
Uh
is by downloading their app.
huh.
And of course it didn't work. So
Yeah.
they were supposed to run it through the end of the year, and they've canceled it now.
They've
because
already canceled it.
They've already canceled it because their franchisees are saying that it's not driving business the way that they were expecting. Well, of course it's not. Nobody wants your stupid app on their phone. They're going to come out with a new deal that runs through the new year. And I just like the whack ass of the week to me is anyone
All
who
these
is trying
companies that are doing this.
any of them who are trying to get me to download their freaking app on my phone so I can save $1.50.
Yeah.
I want to slap you in the face.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I
don't
know.
need a McDonald's app and a Subway app and a Starbucks app and a whatever else. And Nina's making that face, and I know you've got the Starbucks app on your phone, don't you?
Actually, I don't. I don't have the Starbucks app, but I've been thinking about downloading it. I don't go very often. So it was like I don't need that. But then like every time I do go, I'm like, well, this is, one order on top of another order that could be saved up on those points or whatever, but I don't even know how it
No,
works.
don't do it. Don't cave.
I have the McDonald's app and I have the Jimmy John's
Oh,
app. I'll tell you which
oh,
food apps I do have. How about that? I think those
it
are the
makes me
only two.
so angry.
I have Jimmy John's, I have Petco, I have
Petco's
McDonald's.
different.
Okay. I have McDonald's, I have Qdoba, and I had Potbelly because we have Potbelly right next to our work, and I would go
I
there for
feel like
lunch.
Petco's different. I feel like if it's a store where you spend hundreds of dollars and you can save 10 or 20 or whatever.
Dog food is so expensive.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So like I feel like that's different. If you spend hundreds of dollars there, that's one thing. If you're spending hundreds of dollars at McDonald's, like we need to have a talk. we need to have a discussion, please.
I almost have enough points on the McDonald's app to I could probably get a small fry.
Why did you cave?
So what do you got to
Don't
say about
cave.
that?
Don't cave.
I have almost 6,000 points on the McDonald's app.
And that's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, I don't care. It's just on my phone, whatever. You're encouraging them. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's so stupid. The only place that you can get these deals is on God. And like, I don't know. Here's the thing.
I can get so many things for free on McDonald's. I'm looking at it right now. I can get so many things. I can get a large fry. I can get a sausage McMuffin with egg. I can get a 6-piece chicken nugget. How about that? You're so mad. You're so angry at me right now. Listen, it depends if you go there enough, but every place does not need an app. I will agree with that. I agree with that. Subway definitely does not need an app. Subway isn't so great that you're going there all the time or you're going to need their app
Is this
at
an
all.
argument that McDonald's is that great? Is that what you're
I
saying?
mean, McDonald's isn't that great, but it is one of the few fast food places by my house that's open late. And sometimes when I go to concerts and I skip dinner and then I go to that concert and then there's not much that's open around me on my way home. And then I'll just go to
How much does that
McDonald's.
happen, Nina?
Pretty often. I've been going to a lot of concerts. Yeah. So
Your
I got the
mom,
app for that.
Mama chiming in saying Mama's got the Taco Bell app.
Why does she have the Taco Bell? I don't even have
I
the
have
Taco
no
Bell
idea.
app.
I have no idea. But Norma checking in with the Taco Bell app, which
I
I
don't think
appreciate.
I don't think Taco Bell needs an app.
I
I
just,
think
I don't know.
McDonald's is one of those that it's big enough. And you could argue on every side on which place deserves to have an app or not. But I do agree that it really feels overwhelming that everywhere wants you to have their app.
We wonder why life is so expensive.
Yeah.
How much money do you think they're making off you having their app? Not a lot, right?
Okay. I guess.
Couple cents, maybe,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
And
I
yet,
guess.
yet they can afford to give you a free set of nuggets,
Yeah.
or a free drink, or free fries,
Uh-huh.
or $4 off a meal deal at Subway, or whatever else. So you know what that proves?
What?
That they can afford to give you that price anyway.
Yeah.
They can afford to give you the $6.99 meal and still make money because they
Yeah.
are not making money on you on their app. And so they're just greedy sons of bitches. That's all.
Yes.
That's all there is
All
to
just
it.
run by a bunch of greedy ass billionaires who are assholes who just want to figure out how to get more money.
And everything's a subscription service now, right? Because they
Yeah.
want you paying them the whole time for it.
Yep.
So soon you're gonna have to like have a Subway subscription, and you can
No.
get $5 footlongs. I'm just
No.
telling you, man. This is
No.
what they think the great ideas are, and we have to
Uber,
stop
I
them.
mean, Uber
We
and like
just
Grubhub and
have
all
to
of that,
stop them.
those ones have some of the meal services. Like Uber Eats, you can get their premium subscription and then you get your orders faster and it's supposedly discounted sometimes. Like I don't
Yeah,
I'm never
because
gonna
have
do
you
that,
seen
but
prices on food apps?
dude,
I
it's crazy.
never use them
Yeah,
ever.
it's crazy.
You pay an extra $4 for everything that you order. I mean, what are we doing?
And then like a $15 delivery fee. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And
It's
then a
wild.
$3 tax because the city wants in on it too. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, get
You're
me out of here.
paying $57 for a McDouble, a large fry, and a friggin' McFlurry that's melted.
Oh man. And Norma's a total sucker for it. Did you see this?
Say.
I order from work and it's ready by the time I get to the window. Oh yeah, baby.
Wow. You can't even wait for a Taco Bell order in the drive-through, Norma. You got time. Don't lie.
And that's
Dang.
the thing. Like these people who are like, I need my Starbucks ready when I get there. No, you don't. You're
Yeah.
not that important. You do
Yeah.
not need your Starbucks ready when you get there. We can maybe get like, I don't know, Joe Biden gets his Starbucks ready when he gets there. Great. Okay. He's the freaking president of the United States. You can wait 2 minutes for your cup of coffee, people. Oh, this is definitely my get off my lawn thing too.
Yeah,
By the way.
you're
I
so
know.
angry right
I
now.
know. I know.
Like I
I
can
know
tell
this.
your heart rate is up.
I know this is my old man take. I know it. But I don't care. I don't want your freaking app on my phone.
Sometimes it's nice though when it's delivered. And when it's ready, one time I did pre-order on the McDonald's app. Oh my God, he's leaving. One time I pre-ordered on the McDonald's app and I just went through the drive-through and I gave them my code and then I paid and then or I didn't even have to pay. I already paid in the app and then I just in and out through the drive-through. I didn't have to get out. I didn't have to talk to nobody, barely, kind of a little bit through the drive-through and it was great.
But now she's quoting commercials from the 1990s from Taco Bell to make her point. The marketing hasn't worked on her. She says, no, 30 minutes is all I have. Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Oh, my mother. Oh, a lunch break. If you have a 30-minute lunch break, that's not a bad point. You pre-order it, it's ready.
Why?
Sometimes you don't have time. The fact, okay, how about, here's the problem. The problem is that she only has a 30-minute lunch break. How about that? That's the problem.
That's a problem too.
That's the
100%.
problem. You should have an
100%.
hour. Are you kidding me? That's the problem.
Listen, I'm pretty angry right now.
Yeah, you are. You're upset. You're pissed. I can
Pretty
tell.
upset about this.
You're heated right now.
So I'm just going to end the show and leave.
Okay, so this has been so fun. Season 4 is going great. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're angry.
How you feel about the time we've been running, Nina? You like this 9 o'clock ish?
Yeah, it's all right. There's really no other time. We've tried to talk it out. So
Right. Well, I just want to tell the people if they can keep finding us here at this time.
This is it.
All right. Well, we'll keep trying to do it at this time. I like this time because I'm a night owl, and there is no moment that I feel more awake than 10 o'clock at night. Isn't that messed up?
No, I mean, yes and no. I don't know. I just want to get back to my PlayStation 5 that I just opened like 2 hours ago.
You can't. You have to prep for cooking for tomorrow.
Don't remind me. You just ruined my whole night. Man.
I don't think we talked about that on the actual pod. I think that was part of our pre-stream, which
before.
You can catch. We just kind of sit and catch up because we used to work together, but now she's in the building a different time than I am, so we don't see each other as much.
We still work together. I still see you sometimes.
We catch up a little bit ahead of time, and then afterwards we'll hang around for a minute and just answer some of the comments and stuff like that. So feel free to come watch us live. Like I said, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and we'll probably add more places because why not?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Nina?
That's all.
All right.
That's all I got.
Well, then we're gonna end the podcast portion of this. We love you all, and I don't know. You gonna tell them you love them, Nina? Okay.
Love you. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.
And that's it for this edition of
YITTY.
No, Thanksgiving? All right, fine. That's it for this edition of YITTY. Love you, bye.
Okay, bye.